Kevin, a 2-1 win, a huge result for you. I suppose at any time a home win against Shelbourne is important, but considering the table and how it looks, you must be thrilled with that.
Yeah, of course. Look, as you said, it was a big game, and probably everything went similar to what way you think it might go, and we made, as you said before the game, a lot of changes and that because I thought it would work, and thankfully it did. And we've a good record against Shells this year. Obviously we've beaten them twice and drawn with them twice, so no, look, really happy with the lads even that didn't start. That would have been disappointing not to start because they came on and made a massive impact. And people sometimes laugh and think it's a bit corny, the idea of finishers, and you know the way people say that. Like I seen Mikel Arteta talking about it yesterday. I'm not comparing myself to him, but at all in any way, just before anyone makes some stupid comment. But that is football now. Like, you do have lads that are going to start and do a job, and then other lads will come on and do a job, and it's all part of the squad. And so I'm very, very happy with the whole squad tonight.
And Dara coming in and starting and making the goal all by himself, really, charging down the pass from JJ Lunny. The keeper gets kind of caught in no man's land and has to back up then, and he finishes it brilliantly. So absolutely earned his starting spot there. No surprise to you, I'm sure.
No, as I said, I think I said it before the game, maybe to you, when he started here against Galway, scored the winner, started against Bow, did a brilliant job. He's only a young kid, so you don't want to be playing him all the time, but he certainly has. Look, anyone that knows me knows what I think of Derry. He's been so good for us, and we'll get better. And he's only on his first pro contract recently, and we'll get better and better, and has to keep working the way he does. He won't play every week, and like nobody else is really guaranteed to play every week, but that's what is a sign of a good side as well, when no one is really guaranteed. I think we showed that tonight that nobody's guaranteed to play all the time.
What were you thinking at half time? Because you were 1-0 up, but you had ceded an awful lot of possession to them, and they were kind of running the midfield. I know that's not something you really care too much about, but they did have a lot of the ball, and they did open you up once or twice, but not a huge amount. In fairness, the save from Denison was probably the only major scare in the game. Were you fairly comfortable at half time with where they were
comfortable, no, but honestly, like, with 5 games left in the season, I think people will know my thoughts on possession stats. I'm much more important there. If you want to go into stats, is how hard we worked, how much we ran, how many duels we won. Our XG, I say, is generally even in the Sligo game was higher than Sligo's. But no, it doesn't bother me. Like, you would like to have the ball for 90 minutes, and you're playing against a team that won the league last year that's after qualifying for a group stage of Conference League. You have to manage and plan for what you have. I'm not saying we don't have really good players on the ball, we do, but there's a certain way that I feel that we have to play to get maximum results, and I think that's the most important thing. The lads all buy into it, it's effective, but we can play as well, and that's sometimes the trap that teams fall into, maybe against us, that we know we can play. We've scored some really good goals this year as well, not just wonder strikes, but well worked goals as well. But no, probably to go back to your question, I wasn't comfortable because you're never comfortable playing against the league champions, but I was happy with how we were playing, and I'm happy with how what I thought might happen with the changes that we made happened. It was working well, so yeah.
And the second goal, I'm sure it's something you work on. Conor Keeley wins the first header, and Andy Quinn makes that run through, and no one picks him up, and I think it was probably going in anyway. I think Evan Caffrey knocks it into the net. It was probably going in at the far post, but brilliant. A less spectacular goal than the last one Andy Quinn got, but a brilliantly worked goal in terms of the flick on and the run he made off.
Don't take that goal away from him now, because I'm literally saying the other day we can't be relying on our centre halves to score a goal, but there's the two of them again, combining for a goal. 2 of the 3 of them, and probably James should have scored down in Sligo, but yeah, look, it's like you've players that can do stuff, you let them do it, and they go and do it, and they don't. It's not as if you have to coach that. We know what we're looking for. We know the ball. We're not looking for the second ball. You're looking for someone to anticipate, and Andy's very, very good. And Andy's had unbelievable. See, like, absolutely, it's the best season he's had with us. He's been with us a few times, obviously, a couple of times, but he's been absolutely brilliant, amazing. Not overly happy with him running down the left wing in the 90th minute, like when we go 2 up, I think we were 2 up at that stage. But I'm very, very happy with him, and sometimes by praising others, the likes of Andy doesn't get as much. Andy's been one of the best players in the league for me this year. He's been absolutely sensational, and hopefully we'll have him for a long time.
And you move on to Friday night again, another home game, another big game against Derry, and great to see for a Monday night game how far. I know we're kind of past the point of patting ourselves in the back with the league, but an absolutely packed house on a Monday night, and great atmosphere once again, and more of the same on Friday. I'm sure you'll be hoping for.
Absolutely, and yeah, credit to our fan and credit to the Shell fans again. I think that was sold out because, as I know myself, it's not that far up the road. So, but it can be hard on a Monday night for for supporters home anyway. But no, really, look, the support we get is absolutely so good, and this is what you tell the players. This is what they buy into. Like, to have those few minutes, it might only last for 2 or 3 minutes over there after the game. It's the best feeling in the world. So it makes all the hard work, and it was hard work. As I said, we'll get the GPS stuff tomorrow. I guarantee you, we went really ran, and you have to do that. But it's all worthwhile when you take 3 points.
I have to ask you then, when Lamb's crossing over and back on the pitch to take throw-ins, counting his GPS, do you have to take that off?
Take it off now. I was thinking of, there was a bit of criticism towards another team for a centre or a right going over to the left, and we didn't do it much. It was only when it was in certain areas, but obviously with Connor, we were hoping that Cruiser had a long throw, but unfortunately he doesn't. Now we tried to maybe hoodwink them into thinking he might throw the first long, and then he tried to throw it long, which proved that he doesn't have it. So no, look, you just want your organised behind it, because what you don't want then is after the throw you need to get him back in and then you're organised. So we were lucky enough that we worked on that, and yeah, worked well.
Thanks, Evan. Well done.
Cheers.